Hi, I'm David Stark, founder of Resilient Living, where it's our mission to keep your heart beating and family eating for as long as possible, no matter the circumstances. Our channel and our mission is all about helping people become resilient, and today we're going to talk a bit more on the specifics on how to do that. All right, so first of all, I just want to talk about what being resilient even really means. So basically, if anything happens to you, whether it be a health reason or a job loss or a man-made or natural disaster, economic collapse, war, anything like that that would interrupt your plan A for your life, being resilient is having the ability to bounce back, survive, and thrive in any situation like that. So right now, we go to work every day and earn little green pieces of paper money that we use to buy food, medicine, all the things that we need to survive. But what happens if that money doesn't actually buy you anything? It really just comes down to what you have on hand, the skills you have, and the community. And that's really how you become resilient. And so the first place to really think about is your health. Investing in your health is really the first place you want to start when it comes to being resilient. Because if you don't have your health, you have really nothing. If you're sick and dying and the world's falling apart, it doesn't matter because you weren't long for this world anyway. And there's a lot of different things you can do to improve your health, obviously with diet, exercise, rest, and a lot of good things like that. But there's also some other technologies that we want to tell you about that can really help push you over the edge to just have that energy and just that ability to live a long, healthy life and actually enjoy life, not be tired and sick all the time. A lot of people say they can't live without their $4 cup of coffee. But really all you're getting is a little bit of water, some caffeine, and a dopamine hit, which basically just is your brain releasing an endorphin that makes you feel good because you have that warm thing in the morning that you habitually get every day that just makes you feel like some kind of a normal human being. But really what you need is vitamins and nutrients. You need to give your body the ability to reproduce cells and kick out the toxins and digest the food properly. And the best way to really do that is to get supplements. And a lot of people have tried supplements because they just go to the store and they think that they buy some $10 bulk can of whatever, these top name brand companies, and they're really just placebos. Like, do you really think that, all the top technology and science and research has been put into stuff that's just mass produced and put on the shelf? That's not true about most things. Like, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for stuff that matters. So, either you're going to pay $4 a day for a little bit of caffeine or $4 a day for a morning and night vitamins. And this is actually the brand that we recommend. We've tried a lot of different companies of all different, liquid and, powdered and pills. And these are individually wrapped packs. So you don't have to go through all the different bottles from a company called Melaleuca. And they have a patented technology called fructose compounding, which basically they figured out how to get those nutrients into your body and actually absorb, where a lot of the other vitamins that you get at the grocery store don't absorb. Like a very small fraction of what it says on the bottle actually gets into your body. And so that's something that you really need to think about. It's like, oh man, that's really expensive. It's like, well, it's $4 for caffeine, or it's $4 for omega-3s, all the vitamins, all the minerals, probiotics, antioxidants, everything that you actually need is in these packs. And personal testimonies, my dad on his chart, it says the only reason he's alive is because of that and the heart health. He had a stroke and the doctor said, you shouldn't be alive, but whatever you're taking, keep taking it. And I notice if I stop that I get really tired and groggy and just sick more often, and so I can't live without them, and I just feel a lot better when I'm taking them. And so that's really an investment in your health. Yeah, it takes money, but like I said earlier, it's those green pieces of paper you use to keep yourself alive. Why not give yourself the nutrients you actually need? Because most people don't get fish 5 times a week or vegetables 5 times a day or live culture probiotics every day, and that's the stuff you actually need to be optimizing your health. And so this is the first thing. And the next thing is the Nano Silver solution. And I talk about this a lot because it's an amazing product. Like, we've cured double pneumonia in my mom, strep throat in my wife, croup in my 1-year-old son, pink eyes and colds and flus, and we just tried it on acid reflux. Didn't even know it worked on that, but we had a friend who tried everything she could, and we gave her that. It got rid of her acid reflux, so she bought a case of it because she finally got the relief she was looking for. And I have another video about that, but it's just these technologies that not a lot of people know about. Like I want to share them with as many people as I can, because it's really amazing what they can do if you get the right things in your body to fight off diseases and then give your body what it needs to actually rebuild into better health. The next thing to think about is your ability to survive if the unexpected happens. We want to believe that America is going to go on forever and natural disasters aren't going to happen and wars aren't going to start and the list goes on, but ultimately we can't know that, and a lot of those natural disasters are overdue. And if you understand cycles in human psychology and economics, we're on a bubble of economics. We are, there's a cycle of revolution and war cycles, and we are in those cycles right now. And you can already see it all over the world with Hong Kong, which has been in a riot for a month and a half or something right now, and civil wars and conflicts. And if you wear the wrong hat, and even if you're an old lady wearing a MAGA hat in the wrong city, you'll get beat up because of political things. And it's just, you can feel that tension. And there comes a time where someone will do something and take it too far and start some kind of a conflict that can just continue to go on to something else. Or the economics. I mean, we have trillions of dollars of debt. A lot of the other major countries in the world, Russia, China, all these other are trying to break away from the dollar in every way that they can, and getting back into gold and silver and a lot of things like that. And so we are a great country and we have a lot of strength, but we don't realize how fragile we are when there's so many different variables to think about. And so preparing for those things is really important, because it's basically looking at kind of an insurance policy. Like we have insurance for our cars, our houses, even our own death, but you don't insure your ability to eat. Like with your most basic needs, you don't insure. Like that should be where you start, but most people don't think of that because they don't want to think about those scary, hard to survive situations. But human history has shown time and time again that history doesn't necessarily repeat itself, but it definitely rhymes. And so we don't know when this is going to break and what really is going to be that flint that lights the tinder box that is America and the world. And it could be the Cascadia subduction zone in the Northwest, or Yellowstone, or whatever it is. There's a lot of things that could really do that. And so having some survival gear and some supplies and some training and some books on hand and a community and a plan, and there's a lot that goes with that. But that's just what it means to be resilient, is that if any of these things do come, you already know what you're going to do. You have the supplies you need. You have that peace of mind that if everything that right now is your comfort and your security is gone, that you just have another layer of security. And so we kind of called that food insurance, and we can help you with that. We have a whole bunch of other videos that you can check out that we just go into a lot of the different areas, because a lot of the modern conveniences you think about, like flushing toilets and microwaves and fridges and grocery stores and all those things, like if you can't use these things or don't have access to them, your family's going to start starving to death and looking to you. And I really don't want people to start with violence, because when I ask people what they would do if the power went out and never came back on, like the number one answer is they'll get guns and shoot for their neighbors. One guy actually had a premeditated list of people he would take out, and he saw nothing wrong with that. And the number two answer is oh, I don't want to live in a world like that, so I'm just going to let myself die. And this is often from parents with children. Like, you're just going to watch your children starve to death and hear them crying, and you're just like, oh well, we're just giving up. Like, that's foolish, and that's not what it's going to be like. So just starting to be more proactive about that beforehand, getting some training, getting prepared, and start talking to your family and putting a little bit of time and money into this, because it's really important. And we really want to keep you guys alive as long as possible, and even give you into a position where you can be helping people in that situation, not looking for help. And so that's really another major aspect of being resilient. This is just the beginning of what we are trying to do on this channel. And so if you like what you're hearing, you want to learn more, you want to become resilient, please like and subscribe, and also share, because we don't want you to do this alone. Survival isn't you just getting in your basement with putting your guns out the windows and just hoping to survive the zombie apocalypse. Like, you have people you care about, aunts and uncles and cousins and brothers and church members and family, business, everyone that's in your life. There's a lot of people that could come to you, and you might try to go to them, but instead of waiting for the disaster to happen, just start to get together, start to do life together. For some reason, America has gotten into this idea where we just all go get a couple $100,000 of student loan debt, we move across the country and just try to do life alone. Where thousands of years before that, you stuck with your family, you stuck with your clan, and you survived and thrived together. And that really is a more resilient way of doing it. Not all of us have that option, but you do have people around you that you can share this video with, and share resilientliving.solutions, our website, and other things. And there's a lot of other great resources out there. When we recommend someone on our website, people who help with gardening and security, and we're going to be making more partnerships and things like that with other people who also want to help you survive, because at the end of the day, we're all humans, we're all on the same team, and we just need to survive together. So please share this with people that you care about, and just help us grow and help your resilience grow. And also, we just wanted to ask you to reach out to us if you want more help, you want to have a conversation about this, you don't know where to start. We have a lot of good training on some other videos on our website, but some people just want to have a good conversation. And I love having good conversations about this, because protecting people is my heart. It has been my whole life. And I was never really called to be a police officer or a firefighter or in the military or anything like that, but I have had a lot of training. I have a degree in this. I have a lot of knowledge, read a lot of books, and have already been helping a lot of communities get ready. And I just want to do that more. I want to spend the rest of my life helping people become resilient. And I hope that this really showed you what it is that, how you can start and what you can continue to do as the day goes by, and as money and resources and time and your community grows, that you can really get into a spot to bounce back, survive, and thrive no matter what happens.